Three questions which seem to be top of mind of everybody at this point of time. I thought I'll spend some time to discuss. This is about, of course, COVID-19. Question number one is, when is this vaccine coming? Now, as you know, vaccine is something which we have all got in our life. We have got, vaccine against whooping cough, smallpox, and many others when we had been kids. Polio vaccine is something which is very popular. So the way vaccine works is it's something which creates a symptom in the body which is similar to what would have happened if the virus would have attacked us, but in a small way. But the result of that is because of that infection, we generate something called immunity. And if enough people in the society has that immunity, which is known as herd immunity, society at large will not be carrying that virus anymore, will be protected. The way vaccine is developed is obviously vaccine is another protein which will go and attach itself with the ribonucleic acid, which is RBC, which is the virus, and that has to be developed in the lab. However, just because something goes and attaches itself to the virus and destroys it is not something we can use, because it can have adverse effects on individuals. It can have poisoning effect, it can have so-called side effect, it can have effects which may show up after many years. So we may have a vaccine for COVID today and give it, but after 10 years we might find that people are dying out of cardiac disease or something like that. So the whole process of vaccine development takes time. It is first to be developed in the laboratory, then it is to be used on non-humans like rats, monkeys, some some animals which are closer to us in the genetic sequence. Then we have to apply it on some volunteers. Then we have to apply it on control groups, which is a set of people who is much more than volunteers, but who has agreed for various reasons, maybe because they want an early treatment. And then we will have to see the results, the direct impact, indirect impact, and then that study has to be presented to the authorities, which in case of US is FDA, Food and Drug Administration. And then after a lot of trials, trial level 1, level 2, level 3 trials, looking at the data, at some point the approval will be given. So normally, the approval takes a lot of time. At times it may take years, we need to spend billions of dollars. But given COVID is something very, very urgent, it is possible that the vaccine development may be expedited. We might be getting it in, best case 12 months to 18 months. But even if we get it, we have to vaccinate the whole world, all 7.5 billion people, and that will take time. So obviously, 18 months is 1.5 years, and then maybe 3-4 years, so it is a 5-year game. So vaccine is one part. Second is, the second treatment which people are looking at is some drug which will be working on COVID symptoms. So at present, a lot of existing drugs are being tried. Hydrochloroquine is something which many people have talked about, has been mixed results. We have also Remdesivir is another company who apparently had some early success with a drug, but after that the results have been questioned. The way a drug will work is it essentially will develop an antigen in the body, which will stop the spread of the virus. Now, this drug development may be faster than vaccine development, but it will take its time for sure. It will not happen immediately. It will also have to go through similar things. We have to test it, we have to do it on control group, then trials, then data, then look at adverse impact and all of that, and then approval, and then coming to the market. There had been one set of attempt to use the plasma of the people who have got COVID infection and recovered, because the plasma will be containing the antigen, and we have tried to put that plasma directly into people who are showing early signs of symptoms, so that those antigens will work against the virus. So this is the antigens we need to extract and then must produce. You just can't produce only from the plasma of people who have been affected, so that a drug will be available to billions of people or millions of people at least. The third thing which people are looking at is herd mentality. So not herd mentality, herd immunity. Sorry, apologies. So it is felt that COVID, the numbers are varying. Various countries have various numbers, but overall people are saying that 80% they are asymptomatic, so they are not showing any symptoms, though they have the virus. Then around 15% have some level of symptoms, out of which 5% has to go, remaining 20% show symptoms, out of which 5% has to go to hospital, and another 5% has to go to hospital and has to go into intensive care unit or the ventilator and stuff like that. So almost 90% people recover, or maybe more than 90%. In fact, some are saying even 99% people will recover. Various age group, various levels of mortality. So if enough number of people are having COVID infection and go through the process of recovery, they will develop the antigens in the body, which will give them immunity. And if 60-70% of the people have that immunity, you come to something called herd immunity. There's a lot of people having the immunity. Now, it has two dangers. One is that it has been seen that for people who are above 65, 70, they are very vulnerable to COVID. So the immunity development may not be successful with them. They may perish. That is one. Second is there have been enough cases of people who have been infected with COVID, recovered, and then got infected again. In Korea, South Korea, we have seen 150 cases, something like that. But it's understood that it happens in case of every virus. That that's why we have to go for vaccination. Many cases every year, like anti-rabies vaccination, you have to go for every year because antigen is developed and then it becomes inactive, and then again you have to go for vaccination and new antigens has to be developed. Sometimes the virus also mutate and the current vaccine doesn't work. But nevertheless, let me stop here. So to sum up, we are talking about three things. One is vaccine, which in this case will take 12 to 18 months to develop, and the vaccination of the whole population, which may take years. So it's long term. Second is drug, which may happen faster than vaccine and can be given to people who are showing symptoms. But what we have to do is we have to produce the antigens which act against the virus in the laboratory in a mass scale. You cannot take it only from people who have suffered from COVID and from their plasma. And third is the herd mentality, which some countries like Sweden and all, Sweden, for example, tried. Maybe India is also trying at this point of time. Maybe US is trying, where enough number of people are infected while we protect the vulnerable section of the society, more than 65, 70 years of age. And then enough number of people recover and they develop this immunity. So the society as large has immunity. So just stop here. These are a few things. I think it is of interest. People will be into